You know those cool freeze frame videos? Well, we can do it much faster and easier now. Let's give it a go. First, we'll grab a clip with something interesting happening in it. Then we'll scan along until we find clips that we want to be frozen. Every time we find one, we'll add a marker by pressing the M key. We then duplicate our bottom layer, slide to our first marker, and do add frame hold. Now the frame after it will be the exact frame that we were on. If it's not by any chance, what you can do first is right-click, go to frame hold options, and make sure that the hold is on the playhead. Now when you go to do add frame hold, it should give you the result you're expecting. Then lastly, let's make the layer fill the timeline. Now it's going to be on until we want it to be off. And let's use the new object mask tool to cut out our subject and change to opacity mask. Let's do the same for the second pose. We'll make sure to cut off the clip when our actor has reached the same point as the freeze frame. That way it will disappear when the character goes to it. But we can take this a step further by making the freeze frames track the ground by using the dynamic link in After Effects. Before we leave, let's make it After Effects ready. Highlight a frozen frame, make sure nothing else is visible, and grab our camera tool. If you don't have it, click on the plus button and drag it into view. We'll click our camera, save it as whatever format we like, and we can also pick where it goes to. I'm going to make sure it imports into the project. And now all we have to do is replace it with the one that we had earlier. Let's do the same for the second. Nice. We do this because if we use the dynamic link before we've actually made those images a proper still with no background image, it's just going to revert. So this is our way of crossing the gap. Now we can select everything and go to replace with After Effects composition. To get the stills to follow the ground, we need to track the background's movement. We'll select our background layer and go to track and stabilize. We're going to track the camera. Now, while it's tracking the camera, to make sure we can see all the points that are going to appear as soon as it's done, head up to view and make sure that your 3D view is currently set to active camera. If it's not, you might not be able to see your track points. To make it easier for us to see, we can temporarily hide our stills. And we can either look at the 3D camera tracker with the effects control window, or we can just open the parameters down below. We should now see our tracking points. If you can't and you need to make it bigger, you can always increase the size or turn on the render track points. Now I'm going to scan along till I can find something that's sort of moving in or out of space, and as we hover over, we can see that it's trying to locate maybe points that might work for us. I'm going to go for this one. We'll right-click and set ground plane and origin, just so After Effects knows what we consider the floor to be. We'll then right-click and go to create solid and camera. Now when we track along, we can see our solid plane is moving quite nicely with the camera. We're picking solid because if we don't like the way the solid's moving, we probably won't like how our frozen frame's going to move either. Now, all we have to do is turn back on our main frame, go to the point that the camera's going to cut, and turn 3D on. You might have to drag the layer out a little bit just so you can see it. If it's too close, it tends to cut off. This way, when the camera moves, our still will move with it. Now, all we have to do is move our stills into place. You can use scale, rotation, anything you think that will help you get slightly closer to the look that will match your original frame. After that, the camera does the rest of the work for us. Then all we have to do is do the same to our second frame, and it will look like it's coming in from out of shot. And if you have a fast camera, you can turn on motion blur. That way it will make the stills look a little bit more natural in the shot. And now back in Premiere, we can see our dynamic linked scene that we half made in Premiere and half completed in After Effects is now done. Fast and interesting. I've been Pixie Pew, and I hope you've had fun with these tips. Enjoy your creative journey.